Hi guys, let's install RebornOS. I just downloaded. It's the one of 2023, 1023, and play with it. More specifically, I'm interested in deeping if it's possible. So we have all kinds of things. If you want to learn, you type E and then you read and you see, okay, I can easily change it to anything I like copy to RAM is no or yes, and the i915 mode set is 1, and I put it to 0, and then it says at the bottom, press Ctrl X or F10 to boot, Ctrl C or F2 for a command line, and escape to discard anything. So I'm gonna discard, escape. Here's the NVIDIA stuff. So if you go for E again, you see that nouveau mode set is 0, and their model block list is nouveau, and you get the idea, right? I'm on the virtual machine, so I'm gonna keep this one. There are also kernels here, so let's stick to first line, and then you go down the list until it works on your hardware, basically. And then you remember, right? Because laptop 1 and laptop 2 and desktop 1 and desktop 2, it's all different. We see at the top there, model was blacklisted, NVIDIA was blacklisted. To reiterate something I told on YouTube, right? If you are having problems with installations in Linux, you take what works on your specific hardware, right? If it's an Arch Linux based system, you can learn on ArcoLinux. It's the same thing, it's Arch, right? You learn whatever you can from resources like the websites from ArcoLinux and then apply them. And then you go to the RebornOS websites, of course, tutorials, and you apply it. And so on and so on. Archcraft, Garuda, and DevOS, they're all Arch. So I don't really know what to choose here. So I'm gonna look around a little bit. Okay. And what I need, what I like, is deeping. So install offline is saying there is no internet, everything is broken, and install online is there is internet with VirtualBox. That's normally not an issue. Then we get this, and make it a little bit the way we like it. And Dutch, no thank you very much. I'm always sticking to English because that's better in the sense I learn words, and with these words I can search the internet, I can type all kinds of things. Let's see if I can select me deeping, right? So deeping, next. Then we get all this selected because of my click there. I get the mini, and we get this. This is all base things. So it's probably always selected, right? I'm not sure, but I think so. And you can actually see that in the Calamares configuration, but I'm not going there. So etc Calamares and read it. So lots of things. There's Bluetooth connected, that's available. Blue Man is not. Blueberry is my choice, yeah. So we are. It is always a matter of choice. I keep telling you that it's always a matter of choice. Now deeping is not selected, is it? Curated. Let's see. Yeah, there was I noticed yesterday or the day before there is some kind of conflict between packages, between the reader I think and something else, PDFs. So now we select this. Let's see if it works. Next, erase disk. The freedom of choice is always there. And of course we're quite happy that we have something like this. Don't require strong passwords, I hate that, so nope. And then install, voila. Off it goes. Now we have time to look around. So it's going to create all kinds of things. What software do we have? All kinds of stuff. Okay, and that's pure XFCE stuff. Image viewer, internet, there's a browser. I do not like LFTP. I'm missing my VLC, but hey, there's lots of choices, lots of things that can be different. That's okay. That's why we're in Linux, right? For the freedom, to enjoy the freedom. So yeah, Pamac, they changed the way things go and work. So now we're stuck with something white unless we do something about it. And that's explained in several videos on the ArcoLinux YouTube channel. And the rest, so here, and then we go down, color profiles and so on. Okay, and then the system. This is an interesting tool. That's good that it's there. And the profiler benchmark, always interesting. And of course, cheap-hearted. It is cheap-hearted. It is cheap-hearted. Okay. So there you go. That's all the things we have as a start. So the bits and the bytes are being copied over. No, already at the packaging installation. So if you don't have internet, it won't work, right? So it's gonna download all this. It's gonna download all this, and here is deeping. Do provider for deeping anything DKMS. Arch, we're gonna go for Arch. So you can follow a little bit if you are familiar with Calamares. You see here the keys come in. You know the drill. Key rings and the keys are always an issue. Anything Arch based, well, yeah, actually yes, because there's always going to be the keys of ArcoLinux. Whether you have keys on your ISO, your distro, that's another matter. That's a choice. So we get all of this. If you have a slow internet, it's going to take a lot of time, because first of all, it needs to download everything. Then secondly, it needs to install. So still at the downloading bit here. You have a problem with the 1TBB thing. Warning, failed to retrieve. And there we go. The package manager could not make changes to the installed system. Would you like to paste the install log? So that means basically that, well, the internet has lots of things can happen, but there's an error, basically, right? Yes, we could do that. And maybe we can make it a little bit of a tutorial on Calamares, and then we'll reboot and do an offline installation. It's as simple as that. Do an offline installation. Now the thing is, I won't get deeping then. That's something else. So here's your code, and that's somewhere down there. Skipping non-emergency, returned non-zero, exit status 1, Pacman failed. So somewhere up here, there we go. There's a conflict that I've noticed myself, and that's the PDF VM and deepin-reader. So we've eliminated, I think, this one. We told him not to use that one, and then everything was fine. So what we could do to make the installation again, let's see if that's possible, is avoid installing that one, right? I hoped that would be gone already. Where is American English? Next, Brussels. Belgium is too small. Hopla. Next, deeping. And thank God for the possibility to get into this thing, and then say I don't want the reader, because the reader is the one that is causing the issue, and the guys at ArcoLinux do not know it yet. Nobody takes care of it, so we need to figure it out ourselves. In the meantime, doesn't know what to do. This is tedious. Delete. I got myself free space. X4 mount point, take everything on root and make it bootable. Done. Right? Done. And then say next. Sure, the EFI, we forgot that one. The EFI back. Delete. And that's why we don't do this. It's no fun. FAT32. Boot EFI. Boot EFI. Just boot would be nice. Boot. Oh, the size. 512 is more or less what people do. Create Next4 mount point. Not gonna bother with home, certainly not with home, but that's it. Just one root thingy, and go ahead, my friend. Let's see if the clash of the titans, the clash of the packages, of course, is not happening. Well, failed in installer, delete details, cool. That means I have to do it again, right? Finish. Yes, please. And first we go to settings, the partition editor, and then remove. It's dark icons, but this one is the remove. That's a remove. That's a remove. That's apply. Apply it. Ignore it. Ignore it. Close. Or device create partition table. GPT. Apply. Right. Ignore. Done. Install online. Third time is the charm. Back to American English. Where is American English? Okay, not fun anymore. American English, next, Brussels, Belgian, next. Where's deeping? There. Next, deeping desktop, curated. Get rid of the reader. Where is the deeping reader? That's the one. Next. Erase disk. Oh, fine. Goody goody, right? Automatically. And then log automatically. Next. Install. Go for it, my friend. The installer is unable to create a file. Would you like to copy paste the log? Installation failed. So Ctrl R. Reboot. I promise this will be the last time I'll do it. If not persistent, what else is needed on Linux? Perseverance. And never give up. Never surrender. And a lot of patience. A lot of patience. And off we go. Next. Well, I said this would be the last time. On the other end, if you do an offline installation, right, nothing can go wrong. Let's try the online one. So there is a backstrap in there. Let's combine it with some reading material. We have to wait anyway, right? Some reading material, file system, etc, Calamares, and change anything you don't like, and then of course start Calamares. Can't seem to go back. Anyway, so the settings.conf, So welcome, we're working with the Q modules, so the Qt modules. We choose the DE, then we net install partition user summon Q, again Q model, and then we execute things. Host info partition mount online shell process unpack is gone, and we shell process to copy. So as you see, many people, many distributions use Calamares, and they all use it differently, and that's why I call it the Swiss knife, right? It really is possible to do so many things with it, and each on his own way, each with his own knowledge or choices, and it's great. So there you go, that's one of them. This, if you choose the online version, it's going to use this one, and if you use this one, it's going to use that one. So it's going to overwrite, this is going to be overwritten, this is the one he uses, but when you click, yes, this one gets overwritten by offline, online. And we have code here to run and start things with all kind of variables. Wow, variables. Now I was thinking, where's my screen, my other desktop? Probably it's just the how do you say it? The mouse. You just turn the mouse switch, and now we have it. Fine. So there you go. Did I close? Ah, there he is. And then of course here the QMLs, there is even a pre-install things, and there is post-install stuff, and there is the modules. This is then again the Calamares setup with a net install YAML. So what will we install? This is required, that's why we couldn't select it. That's interesting to have a look at. So the required bit, packages, yeah, and then here we have the minimal base. It's critical, it needs to be there, selected as always, can't unselect it, it means. And then lots of stuff that we need. Then we have selected through the base for RebornOS. We need all of this for RebornOS to be RebornOS, and without these packages it would be just Arch. RebornOS Fire, expanded files, selected files. You can do some stuff here. Non-checkable, you can't click it. Non-checkable. I wonder what was it again? Non-checkable. Because the Zen is not installed, is it? Oh yeah, it's not here. It is, after all, a live DVD. Whoa! Right. So all my endeavors, EndeavorOS, it worked. There was no conflict because of the PDF reader there, Adobe Reader. And we're on RebornOS. So do have a look if you're interested in Calamares. ArcoLinuxISO.com, ALCI.com. We explain how Calamares works, but of course not in super detail, but enough to get you going. And then you need to learn more from Calamares. Well, the github.com/calamares/calamares. That's where the tool is. That's where the developers are. That's where the questions need to go. But get the knowledge already from us as a start. And this is Deepin. Just wondered how it looks here. So don't need this. I don't think a wallpaper is coming. We do have a wallpaper when the menu is open. And we have this. And this is our Deepin. The general sentence we answer to guys telling us deeping is not okay, we say don't use deeping on Arch Linux. Use deeping from deepin.org, I think it is, and download it from there, because, well, yeah, after 6 years of running deeping, there is always something that's not working, and the wallpaper is not really an issue. Just a click away and you have a wallpaper, right? But there's always other stuff that you say, right? Little frustrations that why can't I do this? Why is this, that, and so on. There is lots of things. Well, it is really up to you. Why did it not change? Why is it not dark now? Right? Stuff like that. This works then. Icon settings, text, and many other things. So there you go. Just wanted to test RebornOS. We took a long road to be able to install it. Not anything, well, there's nothing new for me to learn something for the ArcoLinux B deeping that we're making these days. But voila, maybe it will help you, well, installing Linux, for instance. There was this issue with the with the deepin-reader. But yeah, we overcame that. Enjoy Linux, enjoy RebornOS. Cheers.